Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. This is our lesson number 6. Good job for sticking around, guys. You guys are all going to be pros at this pretty soon here. You guys are doing a great job. So let's get into it. Let's open up Xcode here. And let's get started with the new playground here. Alright, everybody. Today we are going to be learning about how to print and why you're going to print the console, and we're going to be learning functions. So in our playground, we're going to go iOS blank as usual, and then save it as whatever you want, guys. Make up your whatever title you're going to do. I'm just going to create one here in my playground. Okay, I'm going to maximize this again. Just going to make mine a bit bigger so we can all see it better here. I'm just going to go over to my preferences here and go to presentation large, make it a bit easier for you guys to see here. I think that's the biggest one they got here. We can just go backspace on this one up here, keep the import UI kit. So this bar down here, this is our console down here. You can make it as big as you want. That's our console. So these buttons up here, you can always click on this one here, boop, to open up the console. The console is also known as your debug area. So we can print statements to the console, and the console also shows us other messages about the code that we're writing. If you want to print something to the console, you just type in print, and then you do parentheses, or this one that shows up right at the top here, you can just click enter there, and it goes print. We do parentheses, and we write what we want to print in the middle here. Now if we're going to write a string, we of course have to do these double quotations on either side of our string. So I'm going to say print hello world. Okay, we run our code and it's going to pop up right here. Bam. Hello world. It's been printed to our console. And you can see over here it says hello world, and of course this here is just the new line symbol, which doesn't show up of course. Alright, so that's how you guys print to the console. Now, as I've said before, none of this shows up in your actual app or shows up in your code that you're writing, but you want to do this to write messages to yourself or to your team that you're working with. We'll go more into that in Xcode. We'll open up Xcode here and we'll do some more print statements. So yeah, that's basically how you do a print statement. So you can also print numbers, like say print 700. And that's how you print a number. You just type in your number. Integers or doubles, whatever you want to do. Say 700.0. That's our double. Let's see what that, yeah, 700.0. So that's how you guys do that. That's how you print. When we're declaring, so say let animal equal cat. You can also, just go here and type in print and just do your animal here. Let's run this code here. And boom, cat pops up. So you can always, you can print any of your constants you declared or variables or any of those things. You can print pretty much all of it. So that's how you print, guys. And this is, we're just going over a basic way to print here. Okay, guys, so let's get into our main lesson here. We're going to be learning about functions today, or as they're declared, func. That's how you declare a function. So what a function is when we're writing code, we want to use the least amount of code possible to get the job done. We don't like to repeat ourselves over and over again and have to do all these things. So basically what a function can do is we can write a function to do a predetermined set of instructions, and we can call this function whenever we want to repeat these instructions over and over again. So here we're going to write a really basic function here. So type in func. This is how you declare a function. You go func, and then you're going to want to do your name of the function. So you can name your function whatever you want again. So this is your name or identifier, expected identifier and function declaration. So we need our name or identifier. So a function here. So we're going to say function. I'm going to call this one print my name. All right, print my name. So after you write the name or identifier of your function, you're going to need to put 2 parentheses like this. We always need to do that in a function. And then you're going to want to do this symbol to start your function, and we're going to press enter, and this symbol here to end your function. So everything that we write in here between these two is what's going to go in our function. So now we can write whatever we want in here, and then when we call our function, it's going to pretty much, we can do it again and again. So you can write as much as you want in here. So let me show you guys. So print, and I'm going to go print, and I'm going to write my name, Michael. Okay, so print Michael. So when we call this function here, it's going to print my name. So we're going to go down here and I type, so we declared the function here. Now let's call the function. So to call the function, I'm going to go print, here it is, print my name, enter, and call it, and it prints my name. So we can call this function whenever we want, and it'll perform everything in here. Say I can go, so we can put more in here. I could print print a number, say 700, and then when we call this function, every time we call this function, it's going to print Michael 700. Now I can call this function again, and it's going to print Michael 700. So this just makes it a little bit easier. Say if you had something that you had to repeat over and over again, instead of having to rewrite all the code every time, we just call the function. It makes it really, really simple. For an example here, let's say we had something to do that was really repetitive, say a song or something. You know, instead of repeating it over and over again, we're just gonna write a function and put everything inside it. So function song lyrics, make sure to do those parentheses, followed by this, and everything you want to go in here. So print so now that we got that written, you know, you just type song lyrics, and there you go. You can print it to your console. You can type it again if you want to repeat it. Bam, you can print it to your console. You know, and then we can do that. You know, so functions are really, really good for repeating stuff over and over again. So functions are really good if you want to repeat yourself. Functions are really, really good for repeating stuff over and over again. So functions are really good if you want to repeat yourself. So basically that is how you declare a function, and that's how functions work. Now, whenever you have like a big list of something, we want to break it down into smaller parts to make our code as simple as possible and as easy as possible. So when you're breaking down a large list of things into smaller parts, this is known as decomposition. And one more thing about functions here. Whenever you're writing a function, you don't ever want to call your function inside your function by accident. So in my function here, my name, say I do my name as the function, right? So we come down here, I'm going to call this function my name, and it pops up here. Now you don't ever want to write your function inside your function by accident. Say if I accidentally wrote my name inside my name, and then I ran this code here, I would get an infinite loop, and it would just continue forever until your computer crashes. So that's called an infinite loop. So you want to make sure you don't do that. You see here we have a warning here. It's telling us all paths through this function will call itself. You don't want to call yourself. We can do it, like it'll work, the code will work, but it'll pretty much just run until your computer crashes or freezes really bad. So you don't ever want to do that. I'm not going to run this code here. I want to take that out of there. I don't want to run that. So it's been great, guys. Good job. Congratulations on completing this lesson. Today you guys learned about how to print and print statements, and you guys learned about functions. See you guys in the next lesson. Peace.